Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, sit a while, for we are playing some more NHL21 franchise with the Ottawa Senators. Okay, so I qualified all of my restricted free agents. I offered a contract to Maxence Gainet because I was gonna lose him to free agency. And then I've cut loose pretty much everybody else that had an expired contract that I did not renew, that I didn't want to keep. And at the end of all of that, I needed 4 forwards and 4 Ds to be kind of like where I like it to be, which is at around 47 contracts. I like to keep a few contract slots open in case that I get a trade offer or something like that. So I didn't go for the most super crazy high profile players. With the way that the Sens are, I'm going to try to bang on player development mostly, but I did get players that should be playing in the NHL, assuming that they sign with me, and we are going to see as we go here if they sign or not, and then I might have to change my strategy. I've also been offering contracts to, players that are going to be playing in the minors as well, so it's not like I'm just going for players that are, 83 overall and, over or anything like that. I've signed some players or offered contracts to players that are like, 73 overall, because we need some of those to play in the AHL as well. But I tried to get those that are still, a little young and have a shot at developing a little bit more. So we'll see. I didn't shoot myself in the foot with contracts or anything like that, or at least I'm not trying to. And we will see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and advance the day. And then at the end of July, I'm going to go and check for the different trades and everything to see if some of those happened. Alright, so I got this guy to play in the minors. He had pretty good stats as an overager in the Canadian Hockey League, I think. Anyway, he had pretty good. He was more than a point per game, but he's an overager, so we'll go ahead and see what happened with him. Alright, so I got this guy, 22 years old, to play defense in the minors, so again, nothing too crazy there. Alright, so I got Andrew Cup, so I got him to play maybe on the 4th or 3rd line. Need some bodies and everything, and also there's injuries during a season, so you need somebody that can play. So Andrew Cup is 26, he's still youngish, so kind of fits the mold for what I'm trying to do here. Same thing for Nikita Zadorov, so again, not a superstar or anything like that, but a pretty big defenseman. I'm pretty happy to get him, actually. So 26 years old, again, a little bit of room to grow maybe. So I signed this guy for the minors, so that, not much to say. Same for that guy, he's going to be playing in the minors. Not much to say there. Alright, so Matthew Joseph is the other quote-unquote higher profile guy that I decided to get. 24 years old, he was a UFA, and I had room for him, so we're going to go ahead and take him in. And, for the minors as well. Alright, so all of my free agents have actually decided to sign with me, unless I'm missing something. Let's go ahead and that's not going to be here, but it's going to be here. Yep. And I'm at 49. I have contracts that are in the minors or the CHL that shouldn't be counting, I wouldn't think. Or maybe they do. They didn't on the first. What about if I check here? Okay, I have 48 contracts and 1 exempt contract. There you go. Right, so I should be pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and go a little fast. We're going to go ahead and just advance day by day. And again, I'm going to check like for trades and everything on July 31st. Keep it. There you go. I was going to say keep in mind we might be offered some trade offers. Alright, so Steen is a draft pick that I just made in the last draft, and they want Dallas's second round draft pick that I got for Philip Schlappick, and for a third and a fourth. I don't think so. I like to know a little bit where my young players sit before I, think about trading them. Oh, you want to send me Ryan Dzingel back and then Marcus Johansson, whom you just signed because he was a free agent, and you want Steen and my second round draft pick. Well, Steen is in demand. I think that he might become good. Maybe I should hold on to him. Yeah, they really wanted to dump some salary on me. Oh, Rickard Rakell and Josh Manson. For 2 second round draft pick. Yeah, Rickard Rakell is definitely not a bad player. 28. And then Josh Manson. So they're already trying to dump some salary on me for 2 second round draft picks. Then I get to keep Rakell and Manson if I want. How old is Manson? 29. Yeah, he's a little old. Rakell is 28. I'm gonna decline, but I did think about it. We'll see if they come back with a better offer. If they really want those picks, they might have to sweeten the deal a little bit. Somebody else wants to offer me some players. I have room under the cap. Oh, Jonas Brodin and their 4th round draft pick for Dallas's 2nd and 3rd. So basically it would be as if I had traded Philip Schlappick for Jonas Brodin and a 4th round draft pick. Teams are really trying to, get rid of salary here. 28 years old, Jonas Brodin. I've always been kind of a fan of Brodin, but he didn't have a good season last season. Oh, what to do here? I can absorb the $6 million. It's not even going to be that problematic. What is maybe for the future years. Alright, so you're signed for too long, man. I'm going to say no, but again, I thought about it. Wow, that I'm being offered trades that, almost make sense. Just not gonna go for those just yet, but I might eventually. I'm probably one of the very few teams with with room under the cap. So now they want my 2nd and the Stars 2nd for Brandon Saad and Josh Manson. Now we've looked at Josh Manson already. Brandon Saad, 3 years left at 4.74 and 28. He had an okay season last season. I'm gonna say no to that. I think I like the Brodin trade better. No, I don't want Andrew Shaw. No, thank you. He's one sneeze away from, being concussed for life, so no interest. Oh. Okay, now I'm thinking about it. So, Pareko. Now, Casey Cizikas I don't really care about. But if I'm being offered Colton Pareko, I'm going to be thinking about it for sure. I don't really care for Casey Cizikas. Wow, he did have a pretty good season, so 47 points. I mean, I'm absolutely not expecting him to repeat that with me. So I get to maybe re-sign Pareko. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. You know what? So I'm gonna be without my second-round draft pick for this year and next year, but I'm getting Colton Pareko, which is probably gonna be better than any second-round draft pick I could draft, and I'm totally gonna try to extend him. Although he is, 28? Yeah. I think that fits. I'm making that trade. It's pretty rare that I see a trade that I like from the... Let's see if I can, remove Yuto. I don't want Casey Cizikas. I'm still offering... no. Okay. Oh. I guess I'll take their... offer. I don't know, I can get more. Look at that trade value. I can get a pick back. How about you give me one of your third? Or... Yeah, that looks pretty... I'm giving up a little bit more value. Oh, it's rejected. Alright. Well, bye-bye then. You can't offer it again. Dang, I wanted Colton. Nah, something else is gonna show up. I've been offered some decent players. Like, teams need to shed salary or something. Even in that universe, there's COVID, I guess. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want Ryan Dzingel and Marcus Johansson. You go away, LA Kings. Or you're coming back with Brodeen, huh? Oh, this time you're offering me a 5th instead of a 4th. Okay, well, guess what? I'm saying no. Let's take a look, see if there's been trades somewhere else. Oh yeah, there's been some. Cam Fowler went to Arizona. Cam Fowler and Derek Grant went to Arizona for draft picks. Columbus gets Jeremy Poirier and Andrew Peak from Calgary for Kyle Palmieri and a 4th, and then Dallas got a 3rd, Kyle Okposo, and a 7th round draft pick for Anton Khudobin and a 3rd round draft pick. Huh. So Cam Fowler is in Arizona now to play with Ekman Larson. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh my god, they really want to send me back Ryan Dzingel. I don't have a need for Ryan Dezingle. Oh, now you're offering me a third, huh? Oh, but you want that Steen guy that everybody wants. No. Not until my scouts have, evaluated him further so that I know what I have on my hands. Oh, God. They are persistent. Brock Nelson and a third-round draft pick. I don't think so. Nelson's a pretty good player, but I don't think I really need help at center right now. Gusev and Boone Jenner. I don't want to get rid of the Steen guy. They're all after him. I think I made a good draft, or at least with that particular pick I did. Everybody's fighting for him. Yeah, I think that's the exact same thing you offered me a second ago. I'm gonna say no. You want to send me Thomas Tatar for 2-round draft picks and my Steen guy. I don't want Thomas Tatar. You can keep him in Montreal. And continue to exaggerate on the R at the end of his last name whenever he scores a goal. Oh, I guess that's the end of free agent signing on that particular day there. I'm good. I've signed all the players that I wanted. Let's check to see if there's been other trades. Francesco Pinelli and Kyle Kaiser go to Detroit for Mikael Grabner and a third-round draft pick. Wow, weird trade. Alright, we are in September, so we're going to have some preseason games to go through. I selected, or not selected, I rolled to see what the Magic scored during preseason for me to do some gameplay, and it's going to be if I am ahead 2-1 after 2. So, a likely scenario that might happen. Alright, this isn't... Alright, is somebody going to offer me another trade? Ooh, with extra money for this upcoming season, based on the profit you earned last year, I am adding $124,000 to your available funds. Feel free to spend it on anything you like. Poutine. $124,000 worth. Alright, these are new seasons. Let's get right down to this. I have set goals for the upcoming season, and I would like you to accomplish. Have a look. Alright, so what do you want? I want you to build a new parking lot. Okay. I think we are a team that can compete, and I want us to get 29 wins this season. You call that competing? Okay. The team store needs to be a little nicer. Upgrade the store by 1 level. Okay, so... yeah, that's all for next season. I'm gonna need to remember that. I forgot to upgrade the thing. Alright, set captains. Alright, I think we're ready to give the captaincy to Brady Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk, you are my captain. Captain, oh captain, you are my captain. then I'm going to give an A to Thomas Chabot. And who else can get an A? I think Colin White. There you go. Alright, so look at that. The preseason is about to start here. We're going to advance one day at a time. You change. Oh, you want 35 wins now. You wanted 29 just a day ago. Oh my. Okay, alright, so before we get into the game, let's take a look here in the progress reports. Alright, so that's whom they are sending for the first game here. Alright. So Thomas Chabot is now at 88. That's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna check one more time to see if there's been trades or anything like that. Nope. Alright, so let's go send. So we're gonna go ahead and play the preseason all the way to the start of the season. And if we get a preseason game where we are up 2-1 after 2, I will take over and play that. Oh, we're down 3-0 after 1. Yikes. So Marody scored for Montreal, then Ryan Paling and Noah Jolson all scored here in the first period. Montreal is up 3-0. Yikes. Oh, we came back in the second, though. So, Montreal had a goal from Alexander Romanov, which I created because he was not in the game. Power play goal, too. We had goal from Julius Onka, Tim Stutzel, and Matthew Joseph. All right. Oh, they have Carey Price, and it's almost unfair. I have Joey Decord. Alright, so we're down 4-3 here after 2. Montreal added a goal in the third period. Jeff Petrie scored, and we lost that 5-3. Alright, let's see our goals here. So it was Onka from Batterson and Davidson, Stutzel from Colin White and Matthew Joseph from Batterson and Zaitsev, and that was it. Those were our goals. Let's go ahead and sim to the next preseason game. I don't care about that. I'm letting the computer auto-assign the promotions. Alright, so now we are going to be playing against Toronto. Do we have any injuries? No. What about Toronto? No. Alright, so Toronto won their first preseason game and we lost our first, so we are in Toronto for that one. Against the Leafs. We are down 2-0 here after 1. Korshkov scored for Toronto, and then Anderson, that's not Josh, what's his name? Justin, I think, maybe. I used to know it. We are down 3-1 now. So Engvall scored for Toronto, and then Connor Brown scored on the power play for us. That's 3-1 Toronto after 2. And we allowed 2 more goals here in the third period. Liljegren scored, and then Mitch Marner. Alright, so 5-1 defeat. That sucks. Connor Brown from Abramov and Andrew Cup. So Andrew Cup was playing on the power play. Of course, we're not going at full... we're not going at full lineup, all of our best players or anything like that. Alright, so we're going to be facing now the Buffalo Sabres, who were the favorites to win the Stanley Cup. They did not. Are they healthy? They are, and we are as well. Alright, so 2 games in 2 nights. Buffalo is in town. Let's see if we can beat them. It would be nice to win at least 1 preseason game. Oh, we're up 2-0 here after 1. So we have a goal from Formenton and a goal from Rudolph Balsers. So we are up here 2-0 after 1. We're up 4-0 after 2. Jake Sanderson scored. Alright. Of course, I had to create him. And Tim Stutzel scored as well. We are up 4-0 after 2. And then Thomas Chabot scored in the 3rd. Cousins scored for Buffalo, made it 5-1 at that point. And then Tim Stutzel scored again, made it 6-1 for the Ottawa Senators. So we finally won a game. Let's see. So we have Formenton from Brown and White, Balsers from Josh Norris and Christian Wolanen, Jake Sanderson from Austin Watson and Tim Stutzel, Stutzel from Julius Anka, Chabot from Brown and Formenton, and then Stutzel from Nick Paul. Alright. And we are going to sim until the next game at home against the Bruins. Is everybody healthy in Boston? No. Aston Rees playing for Boston now as an injured, but he has an injured stomach. He might be playing or not. He's hurt and it's training camp, it's preseason, so they have plenty of options to play. So Stutzel has 4 points in 3 games so far. Pretty good. Alright. Can we beat the Bruins on home ice? They are 0-3 in preseason so far. Oh, we're down 2-1 here after 1. Austin Watson put us on the board, but then Boston scored twice. Vakanainen scored, and then Jake DeBrusk. So it is 2-1 Boston after 1. Boston scored 2 more goals here in the second period. Stadnitka scored, and then Kuhlman scored. So it is 4-1 Boston after 2. And they scored 4 more goals in the third period. We lost 8-1. So Kuhlman scored again, Laurie, and then Jake DeBrusk had a hat trick. He scored the last 2 goals for Boston. Wow. That's a little shameful. So Watson from Brandstrom and Baudin. Baudin is one of the players that I have qualified and re-signed. Alright. Next game is going to be at home against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are 1-2. And we are 1-3. Well, they are 1-3 now as well. Right. Is there somebody that's hurt? Not for us. Not for them. Healthy teams. Oh, we're up 4-0 after 1. Wow. So Abramov scored, and then Connor Brown scored, and then Colin White scored, and finally Artem Zub scored. Alright, Abramov, Brown, White, and Zub. So we are up 4-0 after 1. We're up 6-1 after 2. Matthew Joseph scored against his former team on the power play. Then Scott Mayfield scored for the Lightning, and then Connor Brown scored his 2nd goal of the game. We are up 6-1 here after 2. And nobody scored in the 3rd, so 6-1 is the final score. Nice win here for the Sens against Tampa Bay. So we have Abramov from Cup and Balsers, then Brown from Shabbat, Colin White from Brady Tkachuk, and Artem Zub from Andrew Cup, Matthew Joseph from Anka and Oakberg, and then Connor Brown from Thomas Shabbat and Brady Tkachuk. Alright. Alright, so we are about to play against the Florida Panthers on the road. So Florida is 1-3-1, we are 2-3. And they are healthy, we are healthy. Oh, tied at 2 here after 1, sorry. Phil Plus scored for the Panthers, then Rudolph Balser scored for us, Abramov scored, and then Anton Strawman scored for the Panthers, tied the game at 2 here after 1. And we took a 1-goal lead in the second period. Logan Brown scored, and then Drake Batterson scored on the power play, and then Nick Merkley finally scored a goal here. Well, for the Panthers, I mean. And now we are up 4-3 after 2. And that goal made all the difference, and we are the winners by 1 goal, 4-3. Let's take a look at our stats. So we have Rudolph Balsers from Shabbat and White, and then Abramov from Cup and Batherson, and then Batherson from Shabbat and Connor Brown. Alright, and then we finally have our last preseason game is coming here against the Wings. We didn't get any gameplay again, and it's a pretty realistic score. Teams will be okay. Should be. Alright, so Detroit. Let's see what the Wings look like health-wise. Alright, everybody's healthy. Alright, so Detroit is 4-2 here during preseason. We are at 3-3, so we did pretty good overall. Except that game against Boston, that game was pretty ugly. Alright, so we are up 1-0 here after 1. A goal by Julius Onka. Still up 1-0 here after 2. Then, oh, Detroit tied the game in the third period. A goal by Dylan Larkin. We are going to overtime. Nobody scored in overtime. This is going to the shootout. And we won in the shootout. So we had Dadonov and Brandstrom score in the shootout. They only had Robbie Fabry score. So this is a 2-1 victory. Right, so it was a Julius Onka goal from Zadorov and Dadonov. Alright. So now I am going to click to sim to the regular season. Looks like we're going to open the season on the road in Washington against the Caps. I probably will want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and I'm going to figure out my lineup before the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for today. I know, signing free agents and everything is maybe not the most exciting thing, especially when, I don't sign 91 rated player, but I think that I've made decent additions for the team, and hopefully the Sens continue to grow here with what they have. So I'm stopping here for today. As usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.